Right. Hello from Memory Bound, and I'm Kelly, and Peggy's here today.
Good morning.
So
Good
yay,
morning.
it's a Peggy day. Hey, we need to turn on our on
we have
air.
to turn on air.
We need to be on the air because we are on the air. There goes our light.
We
We're
are
lit.
on.
We're lit for the morning. So today is going to be pretty cool. We've had a lot of requests for layouts, and Peggy's here today with layouts and two-page layouts, which is it's not a Peggy thing at all.
Right. Right.
You know, I bet most people don't realize, unless you kind of think back, that Peggy is a one pager, and today she's a two-pager.
Yes, yes.
And we appreciate that. So if you're wondering what we're doing today, Simple Stories has all of these nice new simple sets for sports that came out. And so Peggy has taken basketball and football and made the same identical layout that you could make with any of the sports, whether it's swimming or soccer or golf or hockey, whatever it might be. And we'll show you all the ones that we have. And you could do the exact same layout.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which is great because you basically have a guide that you could maybe do with other things too.
Yep.
So we're going to show you that, and it combines the page pieces because, you know, we all love the page pieces.
Yes.
We love our Simple Stories, you guys, and you know that. It's one of our main vendors here at Memory Bound, probably our top 5. And so today we're going to be using that, page pieces and the simple sets from sports.
And the page pieces just make layouts so easy to do.
They do. They've got everything you need, a
they
title
do, yeah.
and small, medium, and large, right, Peggy?
Yes, exactly, exactly. Elements that you can just put on there and group, and it makes it quick and easy, and I think that's the joy of it with the simple sets.
You know, Barbara says it's icy in Illinois. So
Barbara, we got what we had yesterday.
Sent that to you from
Sorry,
yesterday.
Barbara.
We had it before. And Dana's happy that we're doing layouts, and so
good.
am I. And Leanne's here from Minnesota. And Heidi's here. Hello, Heidi. And we've got Eileen and Patricia. We have a lot of people. Kay's here. It's Thursday morning, and you're at Memory Bound. You're in our studio area for our morning live video. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope was here, and Hope was the first one to jump on, and Kay's here. And Joanne is here. So hello, Joanne. I saw you last week. It's kind of cool when you're local, you guys, because you can come into Memory Bound in person. And we appreciate
seeing
it. We do. We like to
really
see you. All right. So let's see if I can catch up here. Susie's here, and Mary and Donna. Hello, Donna. And Natalie says it's still snowing in Canada.
Still?
Still?
Are you in Vancouver?
I'm not sure where in
she
Canada.
said they got someone said that Vancouver got quite a jump on Monday. So.
Oh, I bet that's it. I bet that's it. I kind of wanted some bad snow that would make us have a snow day, but you know,
not so far.
Not happening. It's going to be nice this week. So we had our ice yesterday, and now today it's going to be 38, which is really nice in February.
To melt the ice.
Yes, it'll all be melted. So if you do come visit us, be cautious in the parking lot until things warm up just a bit and it gets it all melted. All right, so that's what we're doing today. We're going to show you what we did yesterday. So Peggy, do you want to come around? And Diana was here yesterday. If you need to make Valentine treats, I caught a little bit of this video, not a lot of it, and oh my gosh, this
is just so cute.
I picked this up and I just about died. It's so hilarious about the chips.
Yep, our unending friendship.
Friendship.
And then she used fabric too. Oops, goes this way.
Oh, she did use fabric.
Used the Tim Holtz fabric, and I wonder if she stamped on that ribbon. I don't know.
I think that's a ribbon we have, actually.
And then little vases that she created little flowers with.
Tootsie Pops?
Yeah.
Tootsie Pop flowers?
And just a little bit of soft.
Oh my gosh.
And
butterflies. This I thought was butterflies out of hearts, and I told Peggy I didn't know her. She's had lip balm.
I didn't either. That'd
but
be
she's
flavorful.
got them out of Smarties, and this was interesting. This little heart pocket, or
and she did this using the foam, the sparkle foam that we have.
Oh my gosh, that'd make a great Mayday basket too.
And it's just 2 hearts, you know, sideways, folded one over the other. Great idea. Out of the doilies, envelopes out of the doilies.
Envelopes.
Little candies. I mean, how cute is that?
That's super cute.
And for, you know, your bigger candy box.
When you got bigger treats.
Right.
Oh, she made a little, okay, let me zoom in on. She made a little puppy dog or little character out of hearts.
I like how she...
It's all hearts.
Yeah. How she wrapped. Okay, again, this is that foam.
You guys,
that
if
she
you
used
know
in
Diana,
fabric.
she's a huge glitter and sparkle
Yes,
person.
she is. And then just a treat box here. I mean, how cute. And sparkly papers.
All right.
How
Very
pretty.
fun. All right, and there's some more of her things over here
Yeah.
because there just wasn't enough room. You know, Diana goes all out. And I think the little, there's some more of the little heart pockets.
And she made these with paper rather than foam. It's so cute. And little bookmark pockets.
Cute.
Those are so cute. I love those.
This will be on our blog in a couple days.
Different sized butterfly. I mean, everything is done with little hearts. And I mean, how cute are the mailboxes?
Yeah, that is cute.
Me
Fits
too.
two perfect chocolates.
Yep. And then the little treat boxes or bags.
Well, Diana, thank you again. You did a fabulous,
Awesome.
fabulous
Awesome,
job.
Awesome. So cute. So cute.
Well, we got people joining us. Colleen's here from South Dakota, and Ann jumped on, and we got Krista from Kansas City, and Val.
Wow.
And Angie. We've got a lot of people watching today.
That's a good thing. We love that.
And Rebecca says stink bug on. So hello, Rebecca. And Bobby's here. So hello, Bobby and Dawn. So yay, they're jumping on.
Yay.
Peggy, I'm going to give you the camera for a minute because I'd like to say a couple things.
Sure. Turn it around.
If you're joining us, well, you are joining us, whether you're watching live or later. I just want to say hello. I'm Kelly from Memory Bound, and I've been gone for 6 days. So I had a little vacation in Florida with Doug. And so I want to thank our staff because everything went so smooth while we were gone, and it's because of the great people that we have for our staff here at Memory Bound. So thank you. Peggy is one of them, and everybody else that took care of things while we were gone. We had a great time. You guys, it was 80 degrees. We were in Orlando, and it was beautiful.
I'm so jealous.
So yes, and we came home, and I think it was 20 when we got home here in Iowa. But it was wonderful, and it's nice to get away for a while, and then you're kind of happy to come back and get recharged and all that.
Well, Anne is watching us from Sweden today.
Oh, well, hi, Anne.
And a number of people are saying, welcome back, Kelly.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be back. I'm really happy to be back. And, you know, when you come back to Happy Mail, that makes it even better. So I wanted to show this card. This is from Jody from Minnesota, and this is one of one of the book fold styles. And there's our little fun creature or farm animal from Tim Holtz.
Stamps,
And I loved how she stapled a little heart. It's so cute and simple.
Yep.
And it's on craft paper, and she put a date stamp on the back, and then just put her name. So if you haven't got a date stamp, there's another use for it. So thank you, Jody. I love it. It's very fun. And then this is in the mail today from Sharon. We haven't even, Sharon, I just peeled the back off. It had washi tape across the back.
That envelope. So cute.
So we're going to check this one out together. And she's got, ooh, this is pretty. Oh, gosh, Peggy. All right, so I'm going to open it. I'm not seeing it, but look at
So cute.
This needs to be one of those boomerang videos, you know, but I can do a manual boomerang just fine. So, oh my gosh, that's so nice. And it's got a charm hanging down. It says Happy Valentine's Day. Friendship is another word for love. That might be from the Tim Holtz.
Like that.
And she says she loves this new studio and great videos and great products and customer service. Sharon, thank you. That's so sweet.
And Sharon, we love our new studio too.
We do. It's nice to have a place and we're not shuffling tables all the time.
Right.
I think I better do this one more time. Or maybe 2. You know, you just can't stop.
Maybe 3. 3 is always a good number.
And then let me look at it for myself.
Okay.
Wonder if we might be able to figure that out.
Okay, Chris,
Chris,
when you're back.
When you're back, we got an engineering job for you. Okay, and then we got some new things in, and I wanted to show this first. This is the new Dina Wakely Media Journal. It's $27.99, but look at you guys, it's ledger pages, and they're bigger.
Wow.
It's 12 by 7.5, so 12 inches tall, and and they are sewn in. The signatures are sewn in, so it does lay flat. And we only ordered a few because I just didn't know for sure how people would love them. Personally, I love it myself. So that's the new.
It's going to be great in that.
Dina, thank you. We're ordering more. We're ordering more. And then back in stock is the waffle flower collage die. We were actually postage collage. We were actually out of this, Peggy. I didn't realize it. So I ordered it right before I left. So it's back in stock. We have a video we did, one of our morning videos that Val, I think Penny was the voice of Val, which she does very well.
Yes.
And Val made amazing cards with this. So maybe if Janet can get her little linking going, we'll talk slow, Janet. Maybe she can find that and link it for you. And there's a couple of stencils that came in with that, the postage collage every day and the postage collage, just the coloring. Yeah. I'll show you these. You can't even see what they are. It's kind of silly. Yeah. Online, maybe they show up a better, but we have a whole section online of just the waffle flower postage collage.
And if you follow them on Instagram, they will. You can see the samples and things like that they use. That they do using the stencils and the dies.
Now this is called the Classic Books die.
I love that one.
Isn't it cool? It looks like we're down to one, so we'll get some more of these ordered, unless they're somewhere else. But these are actually books, and you die cut them, and then you just stack them together like a stack of books, a row of books.
I know. I saw that, and instantly I'm thinking, I have a layout.
The mind is going. Now this is the layered books die, and this is also we're going to have to show you how to use this, because this is made so that you have the books. This all cuts out together, and then you can actually the pages can actually be
fit in there,
dimensional. So then you can stick the pages in, and the pages are coming up off the page.
Fun.
Pages off the page. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And then we have the spines of the books.
I just love that, manufacturers are coming out with
I
so
know,
many
you are a
book-related
huge
things.
book lover. This is the open book die, which I think is kind of neat. And you can put the writing in there, or you can write your own or stamp something. And then we have, did you see this, Peggy? The script texture.
That goes right in there, doesn't it?
It could, yeah.
So cute. I haven't seen these yet.
So it's pretty cool. So script texture, open book die. They just came in. They don't have prices on them. Back in stock is Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Been pretty popular.
There's not a lot of things for Happy St. Patrick's Day. And this is nice because it's small. It's got your saying on it if you want to put it on a card. And then we have this. I love the name of this, Peggy. It's called Oversized Thank You.
Oh.
It is a little oversized.
Sometimes you just need the big words.
Big words because you have a big thank you.
Yep.
And then this is a stamp set called Inside Sentiments Thanks To. And this is really nice. One of them says, "You really saved my butt." We all know that's a big job. So lucky to know someone as kind and thoughtful as you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you. So it's really a nice one too.
Yeah.
It's different.
We've had people mention that they'd like to see how those book dies work. So.
Well, me too. So we're going to have to order more, and we'll make some samples, because what I saw online is really, really cool, especially the ones where the pages are fanning off
I think that would be
the
really
book.
neat.
We're going to do that. Well, Peggy, you're a book lover, so maybe we'll get you on it. Okay, and then I think Diane had showed some of this All in Create paper, and we got more in. So this is called Color Burst Melody. And these are online, so you can check them out online too. And then
these work great for junk journaling too.
Colorful Cascade. Oh my gosh, yes. And it's heavy paper.
Yeah.
Look at that one.
Ooh, look at that. Look at all the colors. Oh.
And then we have Colorful Correspondence. And you can see it's got like stamps and kind of like letters. And I'll flip it to the back. And this is all, All in Create. These are, it says 5.8 by 8.3, so it's about 6 by 8 approximately. And then this one is Prism Palette.
You know what I really like about these is, all the colors are on there, so it looks like you've done all this, intricate inking on it.
Well, it
it's
is
done for you,
kind of
so
like a mixed media thing that's already done.
Yeah, you just add your pieces, so that's kind of nice.
And this is a bigger one. So this one says it's 8.3 by 11.7, so about 8 by 11 and a half.
Terry, I agree. They are beautiful papers.
And look at these, you guys. You cut them out and you make your own pockets.
How fun.
And this is called the A4 size, but this is Ticket to Time. And I'll flip it around too.
Someone said it looks like 49 in Market and Basic Gray had a baby.
It does. Oh my gosh, Peggy. This is like your pattern paper that's not pattern, or
Yeah.
solid that's not solid. Solid
yeah.
that's not solid. And then there's a smaller size here.
I love that mention of basic gray because that was always one of
my
my favorite
gosh.
lines. Gosh.
So
It
this one's
dates me.
about 4 by 6, not quite 6, but about 4 by 6.
And that's really pretty too.
That's the papers.
Lots
And
of pretty
then
stuff.
you guys, we know you love their dies, and this is Sky Cross Paradise. And I like to flip it over. I'll show you so you can see the actual, I mean, you can see them on the front.
Lines, I love those for those of us that, don't
If you don't want to get out your sewing machine, no need to.
Or those of us that have no idea how to use a sewing machine.
Peggy, did you not take like sewing class in
I did,
school?
but I graduated a long, long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yes.
This is star bolted sentiments. So you get all those little bolts and things, and this
cool.
is
I
one
like
of the
that.
memory decks. Hey, how did you guys like the demo that Katie did with the memory decks? That's my big question. We have been loving that for a long
Yes.
time. And this is another memory decks, and this is
Look at
stemmed
those.
pouch.
I like that one. That's
Okay,
cute.
so oh my gosh, it's
Okay,
got
how
like
does that one work?
it's got a little pouch there, like a pocket,
put on
where you can fold in the sides, and then you
Cute.
can have the flower. Oh, you could attach that right to this and have the little flowers coming out. We have been very excited about memory decks, and maybe you could tell by Katie talking about it that we're super excited. And I think she showed this one. This is called Tear It Out. So it's got your basic, I'll flip it around again. It's got that basic bottom that fits in the memory decks.
We're getting a lot of hearts, and people
Well,
say they loved
good.
it. So,
Well, good. Well, these are back in stock, and then the the clear scraps that she used that had the dividers. That's coming Friday. This is Sunshine Splendor.
that one's really neat.
You got your cloud and your sun and your star. Oh, and Peggy, I don't know if you've seen this one, but this one is called Neighborhoods. So, and again, these are all the memory decks.
Look at that.
And when I flip it around, you get all those little houses, but you'll see, like Katie showed, you get the outside die for the memory decks, and then you also get that inside die.
I like that.
This
Those houses are fun. Diana did the one with as an address book, and that would be really
oh, it
cute
would
for,
be,
for
and
that
so
too.
would this one, the picket fence.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And that's probably, it is called Picket Border. And this is another nice one that I think she might have used. Peggy's it Spring Sparkle, or what does it say right there?
It says Spring Sprouts.
Spring
I
Sprouts.
have this one at home. I really like the little greenery pieces.
It's got
there.
your greenery, and
Yeah.
Peggy, you are a greenery. You know what's funny is today there's no greenery involved.
No.
Except for
None.
grass, right? Like a field. Like you got your football field, which
yeah.
is green, but it's not
Yeah.
greenery.
Yeah.
And this one's called Curvy Quirks.
Yep. Curvy Quirks.
I thought it said drinks. I had to read it again, Peggy. So these are all back
I
in
like the
stock,
edge on
and
that
this one has been really popular. This is called Penned with Love. So it's got like that little clip, and again,
look at that little ruler. That's neat.
isn't that fun? It's little punctuation marks and things.
Yes. That one's cute.
All
I like
right,
that one.
and there are some new ones coming. There's some that are just being released that we haven't received yet, and I don't even know if we're allowed to tell you about them. But there's about 4 or 5 new ones that we'll be
Ooh,
getting.
that's exciting.
In the next couple weeks.
That
So
is
that's
exciting.
That's what's new. All in Create, the memory decks, the papers, the waffle flower, and don't forget the media journal.
Yes, the media journal.
The media journal from Dina Wakely.
Yep.
And the pages are pretty heavy.
That's what I like about
They're
that.
they're nice.
So you can really, pile media onto that and
We
not
can-
worry
we can-
about it.
we can mediate
soaking
that.
through. We can mediate.
Mediate
That's a
that.
good one. I like that.
All right. Okay,
Okay.
so Peggy,
I'm
let's
gonna
see
hand
what we
that
got for
back.
sports.
Okay.
And thank you again for the cards, gals. We just love them. Jody and Sharon. They're give you another look at those. We actually put all these. We hang these cards up in the back when we get them, so we can all
Yes, we
enjoy
do.
them here at Memory Bound. All right, we got Peggy over here in the corner, and we're going to talk sports. And
Yes,
you
we
guys,
are.
you don't know how perfect Peggy is, and she'll
This
tell
is-
you about her history as a coach, right?
Yep.
You were a coach.
Yep.
Her son is a coach, and sports are important in her family.
Yeah.
So this was a
we
perfect
are all
job
about
for
sports,
you, Peggy.
Right. We are all about sports. My son played, both my kids played sports year-round when they were in high school. My son played football in college. My daughter played softball in college. So even, after they got through with high school, we were still going to sporting events. And then after they got out of college, then my son started coaching. So we are still going
You're still going to.
Yeah, so 30 years later, here we are. We're still going to football games. I always like to joke, especially with my son, we'll go to his games. He lives about 2 hours away from us, and we'll drive 2 hours to go watch a game that's played by kids that we don't really know, just to talk to him for 10 minutes and drive 2 hours home.
I think some of us can relate to that, especially with sons. Especially with sons, I think I can anyway.
We really enjoy that. So sometimes that's the 10 minutes that I get to talk to him in the week. So I'll take what I can get at this point, especially at their age now, as adults. So a lot of fun. And now my grandkids are just starting in their, to that age where they are really getting into the sports. So when Simple Stories came out with all of their new Simple Set sports collections, I think there's 10 of them all together. I don't have soccer over here. I didn't see that. But we have everything else. We've got softball and baseball and basketball and football. And we have the page pieces to go with each of the lines, which is great. The page pieces just make titles and embellishment and grouping so easy to do. And the one thing I really like about the page pieces packaging in particular is when you look at the back, you'll see the different pieces that you get.
So let's look at golf.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing anything with golf today.
Not today. But if you turn it over, you see all the pieces you get. But then you also see a sample layout here, a 2-page layout that you can do. And I think that, makes it so it's showing you different ways that you can, layer your page pieces to create a, really sharp-looking layout with, minimal time. You don't have to, reinvent the wheel and think all the time about, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? So this is really easy. This, and I think that's Simple Stories philosophy. They want you to be able to get, your memories on the page and, quickly and make it look nice. I mean, we have swimming and, of course, golf. There's hockey. One of my new favorites, pickleball. I don't know if you guys like pickleball or not, but it's one of my new favorite things to play. And then we have cornhole. I think a lot of times we refer to that as bags around here. If you're a tailgater or anything like that before football games or anything, you probably know how to do that.
I had never played till last summer. It was my first time.
Well, I started playing pickleball just this fall. There's 3 other gals that I play with. We play once a week. We call it our lunchtime pickleball.
Lunchtime
Pickleball group, and we found a place to play inside during the winter, which is really nice, and it's really a lot of fun. And it's something that, at my age, I can't play a lot of competitive things. Like I can't go out and run up and down a basketball court. There's no way. But I can play pickleball, and I can, stay active and have a lot of fun doing that. So,
Peggy, Shannon says she gets it. Her son is a high school baseball coach.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. And if your son is the coach, you are one of the biggest fans out there. I mean, you just are. You cheer for that. You cheer for every kid that's out there, and you cheer for that coach. And we really have a lot of fun with that. And it's really fun to, kind of share in his success and things like that. So, in fact, in about a month, he will be getting an award for Iowa Football Coach of the Year by the Iowa Football Coaches Association for 2024. So that's pretty exciting for us, too. So he's
and Peggy, I think this is very true with you, but Claudia also made a comment about your kids' success is part due to the support of their parents, and all the long drives are worth it.
Yes, they are.
And her kids are in entertainment, but they love it when mom and dad are in the audience.
Yeah, I think that's so important to support them. I just, and our kids know that we support them.
And it's fun.
And and our grandkids too. I mean, if we miss one of their events, next thing I know, they're on the phone saying, "Grandma, where were you?" And so, and I enjoy, watching them.
Well, and Peggy, you have a history with a company that maybe some of our customers will remember, maybe they won't.
Yep, the early 2000s, probably, 2005 to maybe 2012, 13, maybe a little bit longer than that. I was on the design team with Scrap and Sports and More. They were out of, I think, Indiana.
Or maybe Or Ohio? Could it be Ohio?
Yep.
Yes. Maybe you guys remember Scrappin' Sports and More. It was such a wonderful company, and they were the best people, and it was all sports.
Yes. Everything was sports.
And when you went to the trade show, their booth was like lockers, and they were wearing like referee shirts. So they had a lot of fun. So I don't know if some of you remember Scrappin' Sports and More. Let us know. It has been a long time, but it was a pretty cool thing because it was all sports.
Yep. We had a lot.
And a lot of the stuff at the trade show was Peggy's.
Had a few layouts.
Her designs.
So yep. They showed that a few times. So, so today, the challenge, so to speak, for today was to show what you got in each of the simple sets, and to show how you can take any one of these simple sets. It doesn't matter what one you take, and the page pieces, and you can create these layouts, and you can create like the same layout with each of the simple sets. So if you look at this football one versus this basketball one, you're going to see that the elements on it, the way it's laid out, are the same. But they look like different layouts just because the paper is different. The
paper, and the theme.
The theme is different. So, so again, here's an easy way to kind of knock out your sports pages as well, and really quick and easy ways to do it. So
Peggy used one pack and the page pieces, right?
Yep,
Peggy,
one pack
for
of
your
the
layouts?
page pieces. Yep. I had one pack of the football, one pack of the basketball, and these are the layouts that I was able to create. And I still have leftover pieces. And within the simple sets, you get.
Is this one a simple set?
This
here,
is a
Peggy?
simple set right here. So in the simple set, you get 3 different papers. They're double-sided papers, so you get 6 designs. You get 2 of each paper, and you get the sticker sheet.
So a sticker sheet, and then you get 2 of each papers.
So you get the cut aparts.
One of them's cut apart, but look at the back. It's a great stripe.
Yes.
And then one of them is more of a pattern.
Graffiti kind of thing. This is what I would call, a solid that's not a solid, because it's, tone on tone. I really like that.
Oh, yeah, your solid's not a solid. I love that. That is a Peggy. We might have to...
we might have to copyright that.
We might have to, because it's so true. And then the third paper is...
You always get a ball.
Oh, it's always a ball on the back.
Always get a ball, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yep.
And then the other side is usually kind of like a little bit bigger piece. Like the, I don't know, what do I want to call that?
It's like the field or the court or whatever it is that you play on. So
for example, we're going to go right here and we're going to look at baseball because, it went past me. Diane's son is in football. Okay, we're going to show football. So with the baseball, you can see you get the page with the football or baseball diamond. And then you get the balls, one that has all baseballs on the back. You get the cut apart. And then just a pattern.
Yep.
And then you get the solid that's not a solid, along with another pattern. And you get 2 each, and the stickers. So they all have that same type of pattern, which I don't mean pattern by paper pattern, but the same...
the same types of papers in there.
Yes.
You get. So that's what's going to make it easy if you put a layout together using one of the simple sets along with page pieces. You know that you're going to be able to create another one with whatever simple set you have. So if you like the style of the design on these layouts today, know that you could take soccer and you can create the same thing. You could take golf, you can create the same thing. It's all right there for you.
And that was our goal.
So easy. Yes, exactly.
That was our goal, to show you a layout that you could do it in multiple ways.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, which one do you want to talk about first?
I don't care.
Okay.
Let's do football.
Okay, we'll talk about football. We'll talk about this one over here. And this is the first one that I did. And what really drew me to the football papers was this black paper right here. And I wanted to kind of highlight that. You can see I highlighted that with the cut apart there as well. You'll see down here, this clipboard is actually one of the page pieces, and then I added sticker letters here. It says Pro 34 ISO, and that is an actual football play. I had to text my son. I said, give me the name of a play that'll fit on this, because I wanted to do that. He's an offensive-minded coach, and so, having, the play drawn out on that paper and then putting a play here, I thought was just, a really great way to personalize the layout for them too. Now on the cut apart sheet that you get in the simple set, you get a variety of sizes. So you're going to get 4 of the 3x4s. You're going to get a couple of 4x4s. You're going to get a couple of 4x6s, and then you're going to get the 2x2s. And in the course of these layouts, I used a lot of the cut aparts. I think it just brings a little bit extra into it to add that. But if you didn't want to use one of the cut aparts, you can use that spot to put a picture. And I think that's another thing, especially if you use this formula to do a layout. You don't have to have 2 vertical 4x6s or a horizontal 4x6 and then the 3x4s. You can switch that up. You can use your horizontal 4x6. You can put, a 4x6 here rather than the 2 3x4s. You can move this down here if you want to. You can change that up, and it's still going to look great. You're still going to be able to kind of, go with the formula here. And what I did to build the layout, I started with just 12x12 cardstock in the back on this one, and this is the black cardstock. And then one of the pieces of paper in this set can you get the paper so we can kind of see where you went?
So this layout, don't you have it right?
I've got it right
there.
Here.
Okay. So basically, this layout uses the simple set, the page pieces, and then you have 2 pieces of color vibe, and then you added the letter stickers.
And those are the color vibe stickers as well.
Okay.
So this is the paper that I started with. This right here is what is at the top and the bottom.
So you just cut that piece in half?
I just cut like 2 inches.
Hold it upright a little more. There we go.
I cut like 2 inches just so that I could get the yard markers.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted those yard markers. Now, it did take me a minute to kind of figure out how to get it on there so that they were actually, in the direction that you can read them and not upside down. Well, I mean, this is upside down, but when you look at the field, that's how the field goes. Okay. It did take me a minute to work through that one. I was kind of having an
you actually used 4. You've got more cardstock here.
Yeah, the white cardstock.
So you use the color vibe white, the color vibe black,
and then I use the color vibe green as well here, and then as a mat there. So I use the play action paper there,
which is right there.
On the one side, and then I use the color vibe on this side. This paper behind the journal box is left over from the field. I use just the plain green color vibe, so it's the black, the white, and the green color vibe that matches the football. And again, Simple Stories, all of their color vibe is dyed to, or their lines are dyed to match their color vibe. So you're going to be able to match that up. So then after I got my pictures laid out, then it was time to kind of figure out where I was going to go with the page pieces. And the page pieces, you usually get, that big title. And so I wanted to bring that, down here at the bottom. And then you get that other larger...
Can you grab the page pieces?
Yeah. Then you get that other large...
There's the title, and that's a nice title. That is really big.
It's nice and big. Then you get, the helmet, and that was another nice big piece. And then you get that football, and I thought those 2 pieces look,
they look
great together.
Good
so
layering.
Let's go ahead and do that. And then you get that border stripe that you can see in there. Which is the field, and that's what I put right there. And then the star that came with it in the page pieces right there too. And then on this, so that was really quick and easy to put together. So then I came over to this side and I thought, well, I want my journaling here, but I don't want to fill this whole space with journaling. I want to kind of decorate it up. So I took the clipboard that's in the page pieces and put that on there. And then the water bottle is actually from the sticker sheet. So that came from the sticker sheet right here. But, you know, the football is from the page pieces. The stars are maybe, I think that you get 2 stars. So the big star over there and this star both came from the page pieces. This came from the sticker sheet. But the footballs both came from the page pieces. So did the banner, sticker sheet here. And then, of course, with the sticker sheet, because you get it in the set, I like the little words too. So I added those.
Here, I'll show you everybody. You get a lot of words, which is typical for Simple Stories sticker sheets.
And I love that you get that, because I like to add that little element. I think it just adds a little bit, especially if you are, you know, doing little groupings and things like that. I think just like a couple words here, a couple words there, just adds a little bit, you know, to it. I added, you know, a longer one at the bottom of that 4x6. I added, you know, one at the top on that right-hand page or left-hand page. And then, you know, my journaling in there too.
Peggy, Shannon had an idea that if you had a kid that played multiple sports, this is your album. All you need are some of these pieces.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I also want to let people know that we do have the collection packs, and that's what you're showing today. But we also have all the individual
papers. Yes.
So you definitely, could, if you just need a little bit for football or swimming or golf, we've got the individual papers also.
Yeah, I brought the individual soccer papers over here too, just so people could see that, because soccer is, you know, really a popular sport. But you can see, you know, you have the pylons here that you use. There's your cut aparts. Oops. There's your cut aparts right in there. I think that's great. I love the colors. You get the soccer balls, so you get the balls.
It's interesting that it's always kind of the solid that's not a solid, and then on the back is the balls.
Yep.
And then you get your pattern and your field.
Your pattern and your field. So, I mean, and this, you know, I mean, you can put 2 of them together. I mean,
there's your background.
Cover it up, there's your background.
Well, if you get the collection pack, you do get 2.
You get 2 of each. So yeah, you get, you know, I mean, it's really
and Peggy, there's a question about your photos. So you also added white cardstock behind your photos.
Did.
They're not printed with a white border, but you could do that.
Yeah.
But it's just cardstock.
A lot of times I'll add, especially with my sports photos, if I want to pop them up just a little bit, or, you know, make them pop out, I will put an 1/8 inch white photo border around it, so it doesn't get lost in that background paper. You know, some of my other layouts I don't use photo mats, but these I think lend themselves to the photo mats. And so the white is in there. I wanted to add that green. You can see the green on the field that I think brings that right in. So
awesome. Then we have a question about, they're asking if we have swimming.
Yes.
So I'll grab it, and maybe you can get the page pieces.
Yep. I sure do. I love the teals in this
So
one.
here's the swimming page pieces. I like that Ready, Set, Swim. And the page pieces are $3.99.
I mean, I love this banner.
We didn't even say how much the collection packs are. What are they? $11.49. So they're less than a normal collection pack. So here's the collection pack that you get.
Yep. I love the little water.
Oh, the little splashes.
Yeah, I think that's great. And
And
you get, you know, that little bitty, you know, word phrase in there too.
So like we said, you're going to get your cut apart with a pattern on the back. You get your solid that's, over here, solid that's not a solid. And then they're giving you swim lanes rather than a baseball field.
Yep.
And then you get your other just pattern paper. And of course, what would they put on the back for the balls? I think they've just got.
There's a swimming cap.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No,
cap?
it's
stars and dots.
stars. And
I think the cap has. Oh, that's
yeah,
just
that's
got
cute.
dots. That
Which matches,
that one. And then they have the different colored stars on there. So.
So there is swimming.
And the banner.
We've got a whole section for this in our new category. So.
Yeah.
Janet can link that for us too. Thank you, Janet.
Yes.
Okay, so that's your football layout. Now,
and let's go to this basketball one, because it's got the same elements to it, just different papers. So it looks different than what the football one does, but it's put together in the same manner. So rather than use a cardstock background on this one, I did use the balls. So I used the 2 sheets of paper that had the basketballs on it as my background, because I really wanted the orange here rather than in the background. because I knew I was going to put the stars on there, and I thought the stars would compete a little bit more with the basketball. So I wanted the basketball there. I thought the stripe paper really worked well to pull everything in together. And that stripe paper is actually, it's 6 inches long. It's about 2 inches wide. So 6 by 2 is what you're going to want to cut that to.
So it's not behind. You think it's behind everything, and it's not.
No, it's
Good
not.
way to save paper, Peggy.
Yeah, so it's like 6 by 2, and then the orange part then becomes it's 10 by I think 11 is what that is. So 10 down, 11 across. So that way, you maintain your margins, are going to be equal, and it just looks a little more balanced that way. So then, the inside piece here, I cut that, I can't even remember what I cut that to, maybe 7.5, 8, to go in there. And then, my photo mats, 4 by 6, 4 by 6, 4 by 6, 3 by 4 in there. And then the cut apart. And then again, the basketball. It comes with the word basketball for your title. I love the backboard with the basketball.
Page pieces.
Yep.
So here you can see, just want to make sure everybody catches that. So I do like that backboard.
I do too. I like the size of it. I like that it's big.
It's a little bigger.
So it looks like when the ball is being shot to it, it's proportionally right with that. I like the little pennant piece that you can kind of group up there. So you have your small, medium, large. You have your small, medium, large groupings in there as well, and I think that helps to balance things out. On the other side with the journal block, I use, the little journal piece that comes with page pieces underneath where it says most valuable player. So that little banner is actually like a little journal piece that you can use if you want to. Obviously, my journal block was going to be a little bit bigger than that to match the football one. But again, putting, the bigger banner piece and then the stars.
Yeah, it just makes it pop out more.
And I like the jersey and the tennis shoe and, add, that ball with another little, a couple little words and then a little bit of, a few words down at the bottom, below that horizontal 4 by 6. So 6 by 4. Is it 6 by 4 if it goes horizontal?
Yeah.
Okay. So that came together just like, the football one did.
So what I'd like to do, Peggy, is put these two together.
Yeah.
Or maybe here.
Okay.
Just so everybody can see how these are the same layout, because they do look very different.
Yep.
So there you can see the left page of both layouts and how she's done the same thing. And then I want to show the other page. So let's, or here. We're moving.
Yep.
And it's very tricky because we're each using one hand.
Yep.
So there you can see the right page and how they are alike. She's got kind of the long piece going here, and then the couple of 4 by 6 sections. And
I know, and I had told Kelly when I started with the football one that as I started to put it together, that I liked it so much that I had to put pictures on it.
And that's fine.
I just had to put the pictures on it. So,
you have amazing photos. You really do.
So I just couldn't resist to put that on there, and it was a moment. They played in the state semifinal game a couple years ago, and I just hadn't scrapbooked it yet, and I thought, well, this is a great opportunity to do that and to really get.
And it was
on
funny because when we talked about it, you already had the football.
I did. Yep.
So we were thinking alike in some ways.
Yep.
All right, we have a question about what do we have for cheerleading. I accidentally turned off our microphone.
Whoops.
But we're back.
Okay.
I meant to mention earlier that if you go to shopping and go to themes and go to sports, I mean,
We're on mute.
I just unmuted. We were on mute. I hit a button when I was moving things around looking for comments. Anyway, we have all the sports are out there, and there's lots of things in addition to the simple sets from Simple Stories. Yeah. And there's a huge cheerleading section out there, so you can go to that. Janet can link it for us. Becky went to grab a few things, but we have wouldn't you say we have a ton of sports?
We do. We have a whole aisle, two sides of an aisle. One side with all embellishments and things, one side with all individual papers and some collection packs from the different companies. I mean, there's something for everything. I mean, we have rock climbing, we have track, we have
shooting, track, and your basic sports too. So that's all out there.
Thank you.
And Claudia said it really well. Thank you, Becky.
No page pieces. Okay. Oh, look at this.
About 10 different papers.
Look at that company.
Oh my gosh.
Scrap and Sports and More.
Oh my gosh.
I remember when that came out.
So here's the word bit stickers for cheerleading. And is that two-sided or is that, it's one-sided? Okay. And we have those for just about every sport too.
Yeah, we do.
So,
and those are nice, to put, the little word phrases in your little groupings too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yep.
Claudia said she loves this because you don't have to reinvent the wheel because every layout, like you can look at these two we're showing you right now and they look different.
Yes.
And Peggy had mentioned, I'm pretty sure, that like you've got 2 4x6s, but you could put 2 6x4s.
Yes.
Or you could put 4 3x4s. You can or one like 5x7.
Yeah.
Or something. So
you can change it.
You can change up your photos.
They do 5x7 with a couple 3x4s, along the side of it. It's going to work. You can change it up depending on the size of the photos that you have, but you can still use, that background part as you build that page. You can still use that same formula, with the 6-inch strips at the top on that background, and and highlight it with the different colored papers in there, whether they be the solid paper or the patterned paper.
And oops, All right, I hit something. I don't know what, but I'm back. We flipped sideways for a minute. Maybe it didn't flip to everybody else. But there is a question for you, Peggy, about your photos. And it's here. Oh, do you back all of your pieces, such as on the basketball layout, onto a 12x12 sheet? Is that kind of how you start? Do you start with a 12x12 sheet?
Yes, like here or on this one. Do I start with the 12x12?
So so like this layout is on a 12x12 sheet.
Yes. So. Everything starts on 12x12. Sometimes it's a patterned paper, sometimes it's a solid paper. Like in the birthday layouts that I did earlier this week, a couple of the. Oh yeah,
they just happen to be right here.
One of the layouts is on a 12x12 pattern. The 2-page one is.
So if you were here, what was this Monday? Wasn't it, Peggy?
And then the other two, the single page layouts, they were on just white 12x12.
It's very glary over here, but you can see those are so cute.
So I do start, with that 12x12 background. Now, if I'm going to do a 2-page layout, I will put both 12x12 sheets of paper down next to each other on my craft table, so that I have, the 12x24 to kind of work through and decide how I'm gonna lay things out. So I don't do I won't do this page and then do that page. I kind of do them together. So if I'm like on the football or the basketball pages here, when I created the background part of it, I would do one side and then the other. So it was all done, together.
It makes sense.
So rather than one page
and the other.
Yeah. And then like the birthday pages, if I have a, paper that comes across the center line of the two, then, I'm working on a 12x24,
you got to have a little table space
platform,
to do that, don't you, Peggy?
To do that, and then I'll go ahead and I'll cut it apart later. So,
all right.
So I know where that cut is. So yeah.
So those your football and your basketball were the same layout,
same formula,
same formula.
Same formula.
That's what I'm trying to come up with.
The same formula
and
using
then you
the
did some
simple
bonus layouts,
I
right?
did, because I had
you
paper
had leftover
left.
Stuff.
I had paper left, and so I want this picture right here. my youngest grandson.
Isn't that
I
cute,
just thought,
everybody?
I have that picture. I can't resist not doing a layout. He is sports crazy. Right now, he is so into basketball. And the funny thing is, they are huge. My daughter, her husband, and the boys, they're huge Iowa Hawkeye fans, which means over the last couple years, they have become huge Iowa women's basketball fans.
Oh, yes, like many people.
Yes. And with Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin going to the WNBA, they're huge WNBA fans. I think they could probably answer more, especially Max. He could probably tell you a lot more about the WNBA than he can tell you about Iowa men's basketball right now. He just really knows. He's really into that. But if it's anything sports related, you know, he's into it. But he is playing preschool basketball for the first time this year. And
Preschool basketball, that just sounds so cute.
Boy, let me tell you, if that just isn't an exciting hour that we spend on Sundays watching this. But this last Sunday when we went, it was really funny because we were watching him play, and he was dribbling the ball down the court, and all of a sudden he decided to dribble it behind his back. And so he dribbles behind his back and he twirls around. Yeah. And after he did that, I looked at my daughter and son-in-law are the coaches for this team, like herding cats. Their coach, and I looked up at my son-in-law, and he just kind of goes, I have no idea. It was so funny. Oh. So I thought, you know, when I got home that day, I thought, I have to get these pictures printed. I have to get them on paper before I forget about that. So that's kind of where this layout started. And then I just had, you know, strips of, you know, the paper that I had left over. Now, the funny thing is, you know, you see that on, you know, the formula pages, I use the basketball paper. So I didn't have that available to me. But if you look at the
I'm
package,
wondering where you went. Oh my gosh!
If you look at the package,
you used the package?
I used the package because I wanted the basketballs, and so I cut that off.
Oh my gosh!
So I cut that off and used that.
People talk about using packaged stuff.
Use your stuff. Use your stuff. So that's where, you know, the basketball part came in, and because I just thought it needed, you know, that piece. So you know, they're just 2-inch strips, 2x6. So, I mean, again, this is another kind of formula page that you can do if you like to use your
use your
6x6 paper pads, because these are 2x6, the strips. And on this page, I just have one here and one here. They don't go all the way across because the pictures are right there.
She was sneaky.
So 2x6, 2x6, and then I did go all the way across because I knew my pictures were going to go horizontal, so you'd be seeing the top and the bottom. So 2x6 there, so you can use your scraps, and that's really what I did on this. And then I just took, you know, coordinating color vibe to border the strips.
Do you know what color that blue is?
It's deep teal.
Deep teal.
Deep teal. So the basketball, your color vibe colors that are going to coordinate with it are orange, deep teal, charcoal, and black.
Okay, orange, deep teal, charcoal, and black.
Yes.
And you can see, I'm going to show this real quick, Peggy, because you can see the deep teal here that she used.
That I used to mat the photos with, And it's in that stripe. So, I mean, if you look at the stripe here, you can see it's in that stripe. And so that's kind of where that pulls out. You know, and then, of course, the black. I like the black. The basketball is also on the, is it the winter white? What is it? No, not winter white. What's the color?
There's white and there's warm white.
Warm white. So this is on warm white, the basketball is. The football is on the plain white.
Okay, so let's just show this so you can,
so you can see the difference.
You can see the football is really more white.
Yep.
And you can tell it's a warm white.
Yeah, so the basketball is a warm white.
Well, and it matches really
it coordinates
well.
Like with the jersey and with the backboard and things like that. Your pennants. It really coordinates with that. So that's why I use the warm white on that. So as you look at your simple set, like the baseball one is going to use white, I think. The hockey is going to use your warm white. Just, as you look at it, you'll see, you can tell whether it's brighter or not.
Yeah, I would agree about the basketball or the baseball, and the hockey is a little more creamy.
Yep.
I'll give you a little peek down there, everybody.
Yep.
And so all of your pieces here, instead of being page pieces, they're actually
Came from
off
the sticker sheet. Yep.
And you were so tricky.
A little trick there. So I used, the cut-aparts, the 2x2 cut-aparts here, because I just really like them. I like the cut-aparts. So I used those, and I matted those just like I did my photos. So those are, double matted.
Oh, that's why they don't look like cut-aparts, because you double matted them.
They're double matted.
All right, let's zoom in here so everybody can see that.
Yep, they're double matted. Because I wanted them to pop just a little bit too. I didn't want them to kind of sink into the layout. I wanted to get those popped.
You can mat your cut apart. So
absolutely.
Here's where she started with. You can see the slam dunk on the left and the slam dunk on the right.
And whereas on the formula pieces, I did not mat the cut apart. Those are not matted. But on this one, I wanted those to pop out a little bit more.
Gives us another technique.
Yeah.
Peggy.
So, that did that. Then I went to the sticker sheet because that's what I had. I had already used everything from the page pieces, and I had the sticker sheet, and I thought, well, why not use that? So I'm thinking, okay, I can use the word basketball, that's on the sticker sheet as my title. But you know what? I used basketball as the title on the other one. It would have been fine if I did it on this one, but I also like the sticker that said baller because, kids that love to play basketball, sometimes, people refer to him, he's a real baller, like Caitlin Clark is a real baller. So I wanted to use that, and I thought, well, basketballer. Okay, I'm going to cut ball off of the sticker and just use basket. So I just kind of trimmed the T and trimmed around that, and I loved how it came out. So I just cut that out. So don't be afraid to cut your stickers. It's all good.
It's okay to cut your stickers.
It's okay to use them.
Mat your cut apart.
Yes, exactly.
We're giving you permission to do a lot of things.
Yeah. So, all of these are from the sticker sheet. So the basket, the baller, the word phrases, tucking in there. And again, when I take my stickers off the sticker sheet, I do powder them up because when I take them off, I don't always have, the thought in my head of exactly where I want them to go. And sometimes I'll pop them up using, dimensional adhesive too. So I always powder them. And that is just something that is kind of an automatic thing for me.
I remember you saying that before.
I just do it because I know that when I put adhesive on it, they're going to stick down anyway. So I'll take the adhesive off. I'll put the adhesive back on. So, basketballer with the, the little word phrases and the basketball hoop and the basketball, I thought worked out well. As, that title area, I wanted, all of that to go across the page with the cut aparts. Adding the tennis shoes star, the pennants, tuck those pennants in there. I thought about putting the pennants the other way. It didn't work that way. It just didn't look very good. So that's how I had to play with those a little bit.
It turned out really great, though. I love that.
And then the phrase at the top of the pictures on that page, on this page right here, the cord is where legends are made. It also comes from the cut apart.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So I just kind of trimmed that down a little bit. And again, using that warm white paper, it kind of blends into it because that's what color it is.
Yeah, you don't really see it.
And so then I put the stars, kind of on the edges of where it's cut so it looks like it, it looks like it was just printed on there. So that was that side. I did use a little bit of the stripe. This too came off of cut apart.
Oh gosh, tricky.
So, use what you have just to kind of frame, the pictures up a little bit. And then on this side, I needed something to go up here with the cut apart. And it was all about shooting, this is going to be all about shooting the whole thing. So, the sticker with the ball, coming up and shooting and the little phrase there. I wanted to include the journaling there, and I thought, well, this is a great place to put, the basketball going through the hoop and then taking it to the hoop, and then the ball again bouncing to kind of bring everything together. It's cool, though,
because you grounded, those little bouncing marks. I'm sorry, I think the camera's going all over. But I love how you grounded them because your sticker comes like this, where it's just sticker, and you could cut the bouncy thing off. You don't have to have that.
You absolutely can.
But Peggy did a really wonderful job how she's got it tucked behind, and then it bounces on the T,
Because it kind of gives it an origination point.
It does.
You know, for where it's
And there it
from where
does
it's
also.
bouncing from. It's not just, you know, flying out there and never land. And then the stars too, from the sticker sheet. So I mean, by the time I got done, my sticker sheet is pretty empty here. So
well, here's Peggy's
yeah,
leftovers
here's
after
my
doing
leftover.
4 layouts.
So I have, you know, some of the cut-aparts left, and as I was kind of looking at the cut-aparts too, yeah, here's what I have left on the sticker sheet. So I use it all.
You could do some other stuff.
I use it all, and then I have, you know, the cut-aparts here that can be used. You can make cards. You can make thank you cards for you know, the
for your
volunteer
coach,
coaches,
or,
which I think is really important. You know, coaches put their heart and soul into
I think you could make a
things.
little
Yeah.
banner with that
Oh
too.
gosh!
Would be
Oh,
really
that'd be
cute.
a great idea. I haven't thought about that.
Locker signs.
But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, volunteer coaches, they deserve, you know, credit for, you know, just being there for the kids. You do it, you know, when you coach, you do it because you love it. You certainly don't do it for the money, not at high school or anything, but you do it because you love the game and you love the kids, and
It's a good point,
give
Peggy.
them, you know, the opportunity. You always want to be able to do whatever you can to put them into a position, you know, for success, and I think that's really important.
So a huge thank you to all of those people that coached, whether it was Pee-wee, Tee-wee, high school, that coached kids and made a difference. I know Doug did a lot of coaching as our kids were growing up, and it is very fulfilling, and we really appreciate those people.
Is. You know, I spent a lot of years coaching high school softball, and a lot of the gals that, you know, played for us when I was coaching, I still, you know, have communication with them.
Oh,
you
that's
know,
really sweet. You made a difference,
so
Peggy.
It's a good thing. You know, you still have that connection and things, and you know, they're important to me too. I mean,
and
I
Diane
want them to be
said you could even
successful.
use this for maybe you mentioned it, but like a birthday card for
Absolutely,
for
absolutely.
a kid that
for a kid
really is
that's
into
sports
it.
crazy. Absolutely, you could. I mean, you can, you know,
I
type
think
happy birthday on
this
here.
could
I
be a
love that
graduation
one.
card for somebody that's
Yeah.
into the sports.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of there's so many options with these collections.
Heck, you could, if you buy a car, you can give this to the car salesman. You know?
Yeah.
So those are great. And then, you know, I have this other one, a one-page layout. Again, it's just stuff from the sticker sheet. I wanted to use up the star paper on that. You know, pictures of
There's your
Max.
solid that's not a solid.
Yep, that's the background, and I used my star die and, you know, cut some stars to go with this background paper just to kind of do that. And this was a nice, quick and easy, you know, page to put together with some photos that I hadn't, you know, used yet. And just kind of a fun little layout showing
So
you
this
how
is
much fun
another.
this had.
So gosh, we showed you the first layout formula.
Yep.
And then you showed this one. And now we've got another one, which is really, looks like you have like a black background, cut your paper down a little bit.
Yep, cut a 1/4 inch off of each side. And then this is just, I think, maybe 4
3
inches.
equal strips, it
Yeah,
looks like. You could even do 2 of these together.
And then you just, you know, cut a square that, you know, your photo block is going to fit in. And again, you know, you could put 4 photos on there if you want to. You could use this as a journal box if you want to. Any of that will work. You could put, you know, your 4x6 photo across there. So, you know, you can interchange the size of the photos. You know, whatever you want to do. So it all works.
Awesome. All right, let's see if we have any
Yeah.
questions, Peggy. I don't see any. So let's see.
But again, you know, today, you know, our highlight was, or, you know, our goal was to show you that these simple sets can, you know, you can use that formula for the page, and you get the simple set and the page pieces, and you can create, you know, for any sport that you want. But it isn't exclusive to sports. You can use the same formula and simple sets,
sure.
you know, with anything that you want. So, I mean, if you have, you know, like the Valentine one or the St. Patrick's one, you can certainly use the same formula to you know, to build layouts that way. It all works.
And we will take pictures, and this will be on our blog in a few days, and we'll take pictures so you can, like, look at this is the same layout with just different product.
Yeah.
And we also, we didn't show these, did we, Peggy?
No.
Well, thank you, Diane.
Look at
She
this.
ordered, look at these brads, you guys. Diane
those
ordered
just
soccer
awesome?
and basketball brads, and they're,
They're a little bit bigger.
3/4 of an inch, maybe?
I know, and I like the shine.
They're
on that
$3.99.
basketball.
And I don't know if it says how many you get, Peggy. Does it say how many you get? So here's the basketball up
25.
close. Ooh, 25.
You get 25 of them. But yeah, those are just so neat. I love them.
So new product at Memory Bound, and I don't know if they.
Yep.
I don't think they showed them yesterday.
Heck,
but
and instead of the strip right here, you could just put a strip of those brads
put brads
down
down,
there.
absolutely.
That would look really good.
Very fun. So today we showed you some new product that we had.
Yep.
Peggy was working with the 12 by 12 simple sets, the sport ones that is a new release from Simple Stories. We haven't had it long. We had, what did we say, 10 different sports, including pickleball and cornhole, which are kind of a unique thing, and golf and swimming and hockey and baseball and softball and basketball and football. And we talked about the page pieces, which we've got some up here. To go with each
one, I think is just amazing that, we have them to go with each of them. I love it.
And we also have page pieces throughout the store. So I think Disney's got some, family. There's a lot of other ones too. There's a whole section for page pieces.
And if you still have any hoops, these work great with
hoops.
hoops.
Oh, they do work good
to
with
design
hoops.
with hoops.
And Peggy is our hoop queen, remember, everybody.
Yep.
And then we showed you the basic layout or formula. She did it 2 ways with basketball and football. And then we had a couple of bonus layouts. And Peggy even did 2-page layouts. And she had a little choke earlier, and she's not sick. She was gasping because she doesn't do 2-page layouts.
Right.
And then we showed you this one that she made with some of the extra things, with stickers.
Back to my comfort zone.
Back to one-pagers.
Yep.
Well, Peggy, this has been very wonderful, and there's lots of great comments.
I really enjoyed doing these pages. They just, I like how they turned out. I was really pleased with how they turned out.
We do have a question before we go. We need to take the swimming simple set, and we need to go see what color vibe colors go with that.
Ooh,
So let's take that over.
Ooh, that blue will be pretty.
Yeah.
Blue, red.
So we're going to take it over. We're going to give Peggy we're going to give you a head start.
Yeah, do we have I was looking for the page pieces, but I'll look that.
They have to be here somewhere, don't they? We have our pile. You guys, our normal pile. So we're going to see what Peggy's
works.
heading over to check that out and find out what works. We've lost our swimming page pieces. But remember, there was golf too, and sometimes it's hard to find golf. All right, we're going to spin around. We're going to go catch up with Peggy. Thank you, everyone, for watching today and all your support of Memory Bound. I really appreciate it. I mentioned earlier that I had a little vacation, so I'm back, excited to be back. Now, we do carry all of the Color Vibe colors because they tend to be a staff favorite, and Janet's on here, and she knows it's her favorite. She loves the Color Vibe, too. And here's the area that has all of the Simple Stories, simple sets for sports. And we mentioned earlier, but if you forgot, we have the collection packs, but then we also have all the individual papers and stickers. So if you just need some pieces. Peggy, we have a question while you're doing that.
Yeah.
How do you decide what size to print your photos? Since some are larger and some are...
I will generally, when I go to print, because I don't have a printer at home, so I have to have mine printed, and I go to Walmart and do it because it's close and they do a pretty good job. But most of the time when I print my photos, I print all of my photos in 4x6 and in the billfold, which is a 2.5 by 3.5 inch size.
So you print them all both ways?
I print them both ways, yep, because I just never know what the mood's going to strike me when I get home.
What you're going to need.
So that way I have them both. Now, sometimes if I know I'm just going to put one picture on a layout, I'll just automatically go with the 5x7 on that if I have something in mind. But typically I'll get both the 4x6 and the 2.5 by 3.5.
All right, perfect. Great answer. All right, what did we find for swimming?
These are our colors. I think the denim, the black, and the red are really good.
I'll back up a little bit. So red, black, and denim.
And then I think the teal is going to pick that up. The denim's going to pick this up. The yellow is going to pick that up there.
Is there orange in there? Oh,
there is.
There is a little bit of orange.
A little bit of an orange in the star.
Okay.
in there and in the.
Oh, sure. In this
So
one thing.
yeah, so I think
So your
these are
main
gonna be your
ones are
colors.
red, black, denim, and teal.
Yep.
And then you could add yellow and orange if you wanted some
Yeah.
other specifics. Good job, Peggy. We
So
should do
those are
that
your
for all of
colors,
them.
yeah. And
All
then
right.
I'm going to guess white is going to be your other one.
Oh, regular
I think
white,
white,
rather than
yeah.
warm white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, perfect.
Yep. I think so.
And Janet just put it in writing for us, which always makes it easy. So you can go back and refer to it if you need to. So, and you'll see we have the page pieces here. Peggy, thank you so much for this today. Everyone's loving it. It's a Peggy day, everybody. And it's a layout day, and we've had a lot of requests. We've done a lot of outside of the album, so we're inside the album today.
I am, yeah. Back to my comfort zone.
And thank you, Janet, for being with us and linking from far away. And thanks, everyone, for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day. And tomorrow we're planning on having Teresa tomorrow. So Teresa will be back. I don't know.
Kicking
do you
off
have any?
her birthday card kit.
Oh, yeah, we've got a new card kit. It's our February birthday card kit, and she will be here with that tomorrow. So they want to see the Simple Stories Snap album.
Oh, okay.
So let's go show
back
one
there?
of those, Peggy.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, and Katie's here, everybody. She thought she'd sneak in, but there she is.
Good morning, everyone.
All right, so the Snap albums come in lots and lots of colors, and I thought we had one opened, but I don't see one. Can you just open one, Peggy, so we can look at it?
Yep.
She's going to open up the
I think
red.
there's one down here.
Is
No,
there one
there is
open?
not. Nope.
Well, we're going to open one so you can see.
let me see
They're
it.
6x8. You got light pink. You got a fuchsia. This is the cranberry. You got yellow, a green, a navy, robin's egg. There's a teal, lilac, and inside of them, ooh, that one's like even unsnap. Peggy's doing this all in air, everybody. So it's kind of cool because you do get coordinating, which you could take what Peggy showed you and put it in an album.
Absolutely, you
a
could.
little sports album.
You can cut these down to 6x8 and they'll work. You know, your pages. I mean, you get the divider pages in here.
And they
this would be
match
fun
your...
with the swimming line.
Oh, yes, it would.
But yeah, you get the divider pages, so I mean, you get different styles, so the dots, the grid, lines. I think that's great. Then you get just the chipboard divider pages that you could decorate any way you want.
You get 3 of those.
And then you get...
And you get your sleeves.
Yeah.
And you get a variety of the different styles
so you
of
get
sleeves. So you get lots
the
of different
4x6
ones.
with the 3x4. You get the 6x8. You get the 4x6, and you get 3 or 4?
3 of each.
4 of each, maybe?
And you can get extra pages. We do carry those.
Yep.
For
And
the
different
snap binders.
configurations. Yep.
And you can add, so you can add more pages, but you get a pretty good start with what you get with your album. And they're all coordinated. You get the red on the inside and the craft cover, so you could decorate the cover if you wanted to, or you can leave it
Cover
as
with
is.
paper any way you want.
So that is the $21.99 for the Snap albums. So thanks for asking about that. That was a great question, everybody.
Yep.
And Shannon says your balancing skills are fabulous.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
She works on that. So we do carry all the colors in the snap binders here at Memory Bound.
And again, those coordinate with all the Color Vibe colors too. So
You're right. They're smart to keep their colors together. All right. Well, I think it's time to say goodbye to everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow, and Teresa will be here tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Have a wonderful day, and if you're in the area, we're here till 7 o'clock tonight. So stop and see us.
happy crafting.